It's really important for Radar Healthcare to be at the Congress because it gives us an opportunity to learn from our colleagues across the NHS and wider healthcare continuum, and to ensure that we're constantly engaging in conversations at the vanguard of patient safety initiatives and improvements. I think it's important as well that we see what else is out there and how we can learn from one another and ultimately engage better with everyone across the NHS to learn, improve and ensure that we are contributing in a meaningful way. Today, when I was on the panel discussion, I had a really great opportunity to speak with lots of like-minded individuals, and I think one of the topics that came out was around how can you use qualitative and quantitative data. I think people are looking at their data through slightly different lenses now, and as a tech provider working at Radar Healthcare, what we can do is actually surface really useful information that dives into sort of the descriptions and how people feel and the sentiment of your activities like incidents, and draw really useful insights. So I'm seeing people are talking about these tech advances in more detail, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Some of the biggest questions people are asking are how they can make it easier for their staff to engage in these programs of work, and ultimately how they can better use their data, because there's no denying that there is a vast quantity of data across our healthcare economies. But the question really is, how do I use that? How do I maximise it to learn from it, draw useful insights and ultimately improve? Patient safety is absolutely centerfold of everything that we do. It's in how we develop our product, it's in the way that we engage with our partners. The most important thing for us is to really understand, get under the bonnet functionally, what does every organisation need, but also to consider the patient in every aspect of that, making sure the patient has more agency in their own care, making sure that their voice is heard, and ultimately incorporating patient safety programmes into every single part of Radar Healthcare. And we see really great outputs of that, working with a plethora of very large NHS trusts, working with private organisations. We can see the very tangible, demonstrable impact on the patient, particularly when it comes to reduction in harm, increase in positive feedback and ultimately better agency in care. At the end of the 2 days, we're really hoping that we can continue dialogue with key opinion leaders, thought leaders across the NHS, use our influence as a large tech provider and our infrastructure to provide improvements and the best initiatives to the NHS, and ultimately continue on that journey of seeing really tangible improvements, both in terms of a staff experience using Radar Healthcare, but most importantly in terms of those demonstrable reductions in harm, improvements in patient safety, and using technology in really innovative ways.